Hello and welcome to SubStanceFtbl. My name is Sub, and in this video we'll be reviewing the WeFoot grip insoles. Now, for those of you who don't know, WeFoot are a Republic of Korea brand which make anti-slip products such as insoles like this one, as well as grip socks. And it's all with the use of their patented polyeurathane mirco-cell technology, which is what it gives this kind of anti-slip properties. And it's heavily inspired by the suction cups of a octopus. Now, the product's also used by the likes of Spurs and Korean captain Heung-min Son, as well as other players within the Korean national team as well. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, what is the point of grip insoles? And to be honest, they're pretty much the exact same as a pair of grip socks. So they stop your feet from sliding around in your boots, allow for a bit more efficient energy transfer from like the kind of motion that you want to get. So, you kind of use up energy when you're moving around unintentionally. So, there's a more direct energy transfer there, as well as the fact that they can provide more comfort and stop blisters from happening. And of course, improve lockdown and make your boots feel a bit more responsive too. Now, along with that, with these bespoke insoles, you get some properties which are antimicrobial, as well as the fact that because of the cushioning of the insoles, they offer a kind of relief from stud pressure too. So the insoles actually comprise of 3 different layers. On top you have the layer with WeFoot's patented polyurethane microcell technology, which is the anti-slip technology essentially. In the midfoot you have this kind of like foam layer, which is there for like shock absorption. And at the bottom you have this kind of special foam known as Orphalite, which has come from a company. So this insole, you could say, is kind of like a collaboration between WeFoot and Orphalite. So what this foam does, it provides long-term cushioning, breathability, lightweight comfort, as well as all-round support while you're wearing them as well. As far as sizing is concerned, they fit a size 4 to a size 10 in UK, so you can have to do your equivalent if you're from another country, use a different system. So, and they're also cut to size, so that means if you get them out straight out of the packaging, they are size 10, and if your feet happen to be smaller, you're gonna have to cut them to size. And if you're size 10, you're gonna have to in a way kind of cut them to size, but you'll see what I mean in my next kind of stages of this video. Now listen very closely to this next part, because I'm actually going to tell you how you can actually properly cut these to size without making a mistake. Because if you do make a mistake, you're going to have to buy yourself a new pair of insoles. So step 1, you're going to get yourself a pair of old insoles from maybe your current football boots, and you're going to place them on top of your WeFoot insoles. Step 2, next you're going to get a pen or a marker, and you're going to trace around your old insoles on top of your WeFoot insoles. You want to do this at the top of the insole and slightly on the instep. Even though I've not kind of shown this in the video, I had to do it a bit later just so it fits my boots a bit better. Step 3, using a pair of scissors, cut out the part you've just traced. And step 4, simply place your newly cut insoles inside your football boots and you should be good to go. Now, since I can't put a camera inside my boots to show you how good the grip is on these insoles, this is probably the next best thing. It's not the most scientific test in the world, so please do take this with a pinch of salt. So what I'm going to do is, wearing a pair of normal non-grip socks, I'm going to slide on the WeFoot insoles along with some kind of insoles from some popular brands of football boots, so Nike, Puma, Adidas and New Balance as well. And this is just to give you an idea of how the WeFoot insoles perform against some of the the big brands on the market. And as you can see from the video, the WeFoot insoles perform a lot better than your big brands insoles. To be fair, when it comes to insoles, some brands have some kind of grip technology. So Puma have Nano Grip, Nike have Nike Grip, Adidas, I'm not sure if they have the NSG still, I don't think they do, but they have this kind of cushion suede material. New Balance is just your flimsy kind of insole. So yeah, even though some brands have some kind of grip technology implanted in their insoles, it's not as good as the WeFoot, as you can clearly see from the video. Now when you're playing, you want to generate sweat, or if you're playing in wet conditions, they're going to get some kind of dampness inside your boots either way. So to kind of see how these insoles perform when there's a bit of moisture on them, I'm going to spray not only my socks, I'm also going to spray the insoles as well. And as you can see, that the WeFoot insoles still perform better than the rest of the other brands. But strangely enough, the Nike insole kind of performed a bit better when it was a bit wet rather than when it was dry. Now when it comes to actually testing the performance of the insoles, I did this in a few different ways. So one way I tested the insoles was by doing drills in the same pair of football boots, one with the insoles that came with the boots, and then doing the same drills with the WeFoot insoles inside the boots as well. And just for your own reference, when I'm wearing the black top, I am using the normal insoles that came with the Adidas Predator Accuracy, and when I'm wearing my orange top is where I'm using the WeFoot insoles. As well as that, I have a more kind of, natural way of testing them in that I'm not using isolated drills to test any kind of heel slippage or anything like that, and that's just me training and playing matches in these insoles. Unfortunately, I don't have footage of it. And I kind of did that in the same vein which I did the isolated drills. So I did some training sessions with the insoles, and then I did some training sessions and matches without the insoles as well, using the exact same pairs of boots. And because WeFoot also offer grip socks, I also tested how their grip socks work in cooperation with the insole. Now, long story short, from using these insoles over the last few weeks, I can definitely see that they do make a difference, but the difference, it kind of depends on the boots that you are wearing. So with these isolated drills, you can see I'm wearing the Predator Accuracy 0.1, and in these boots, they fit quite wide, and I do have some kind of heel slippage or kind of slippage inside my boots while wearing them with normal insoles, should I say. And this was especially when I was making kind of lateral movements or changing direction. And this might be down to the fact that the Predator Accuracy is quite a wide fitting boot, and my feet, I would say, are more in the kind of middle to narrow side. However, when I did use the WeFoot insoles inside the Predator Accuracy, the whole heel or kind of slippage inside the boots pretty much was non-existent. And in terms of just using them in like a match, so that kind of gives me a feel for like comfort, as well as, of course, any kind of slippage as well, I'd say that the insoles perform very, very well. So the best way I can say is like they offer a very distractionless playing experience. So like I said earlier, they don't take long to break in, they're very comfortable, you can actually feel like they're a bit more supportive than normal insoles as well. And on top of that, because of the fact that it's made with like foams and whatnot, it kind of molds to the inside of your boots very quickly. So maybe you're like me and you have several pairs of boots, it only take a few, maybe one session to kind of for it to form to the boot that you're wearing next. But if you're someone who only has maybe the one pair of boots, I mean, you have nothing to worry about, because within one session your insoles will mold to the inside of your. And when I actually came to using the insoles with a pair of WeFoot grip socks, again, it was a very distractionless playing experience, but also, what I can say about this grip is like it's aggressive without being aggressive. So you can definitely see that it works, but you don't feel any kind of like discomfort when you're kind of when it's stopping you from slipping or anything. It always feels like you're stable, and that your feet aren't trying to move, and then your grip socks aren't trying to like overwork themselves. It kind of sounds weird, like I'm talking about a machine, but for you to actually understand it, you'd have to use it yourself. That's probably the kind of best way I can say it. But yeah, they work very well with the insoles and the grip socks together in that kind of fusion combination. Now for the final verdict on the WeFoot insoles. As far as pros go, they pretty much tick all the boxes. They do everything that they say that they do, and honestly, comfort wise, support wise, like I literally have, from a performance standpoint, I actually have no issues with these insoles at all. They're comfortable, they improve lockdown, they make your boots feel more responsive. Again, like I said, distractionless playing experience, which is really what you want. If I had to say I had one downside about these insoles, it's the fact that they only go from a UK 4 to a UK 10. I feel like the cutoff point is a bit too small. I feel like people who are size 12, I'd say, are missing out on a very good product. So yeah, maybe in the future, if we could make like a bigger size range for these insoles, so they're more inclusive to all foot types or foot sizes, should I say, it would be a bit better. But in terms of performance, I can't really fault these. So of course, they get my seal of approval. Now, if you'd like to get yourself a pair of WeFoot insoles or even their grip socks for your soles, please click the link in the description and use my promo code SubStanceFtbl to get yourself 20% off your order. And that's been it for the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like. If you want more football boot or football gear related content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on all my socials, they'll be on screen. And once again, my name is Sub, this has been SubStanceFtbl. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna learn how to wink one day. Peace out.